Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, we have a new addition to the fleet, and what is that? That is VIN 309, and you may have saw my deep dive a few weeks ago on it. It is a 2016 ultrasonic blue mica with LA30 red interior that was for sale on Club Lexus for $34,000 in Tennessee. It is a two-owner, no accident car, has no prior damage. It has paint protection film on the entire front, lower, and rear bumpers. You know, it definitely was well taken care of. It has a couple modifications, but I saw it and I was immediately interested in it, but I saw that the seller had said, I have a deal pending locally. So I just kind of assumed that it was sold, especially because at that price, it was a smoking price. Monday morning, a couple days after I had posted that video, it pops up for sale at Johnson City, Tennessee Ford. And now it's $29,000. I'm like, wait, did they price this like a GS350 or something? So, I mean, I was looking, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a quick call to the wife, say, hey, you know, I've looked at this one. I think it's gonna be a good one. Are you cool with it? Yeah. So 30 seconds later, she was cool with it. The dealer wasn't open yet. They're on Eastern time, I'm on Central time. And so I called the dealership 10 minutes before they opened and somebody answered, and it was a salesman. So I said, hey, I'm interested in this car. I would like to go ahead and put a deposit down on it. I'm willing to buy this car sight unseen. And of all people, you would think I would not do that, but at the price, it could have a lot wrong with it, and I wouldn't care at this point because I already knew what it had based on the original seller, and he had a lot better photos than what the dealer had. The dealer had some, you know, low res, the typical used car dealer that you'd see, low res pictures where they're not very good, they're kind of foggy. You know, it didn't tell you much. But so I went and put a deposit down on it and did all the paperwork and sent them the check, and a couple weeks later, it showed up. I paid $29,000 for this car. And so my price out the door with shipping and everything in like the mid $31,000 range. Smoking deal for this car. And so I wanted to show you a little around it. And I'm going to do a polishing video because it definitely needs polishing. It's been run through the car wash many times. And buying this car sight unseen after doing a deep dive video, why I felt comfortable doing so. And I had no hesitation at doing that at all. Now there's some cars, if it needed to be caught up on service, things like that, but this car had brand new tires. They have the second week of March 2025 date codes, and here it is November of 2025. So the brand new tires, brand new brakes on all four corners. The 120,000 mile service was done, and in the deep dive video, I said it was not. Well, the dealer that did that didn't report it to the service history or whatever, but the receipts were provided. And so it had the 120,000 mile service done, it had the transmission service done. I bought all of that for this car, not knowing that it was already done. So now I have that on the shelf. I still may do the full transmission service because the transmission service was only a drain and fill, which is only a third of the fluid. But I already have I bought the filter, I bought the gasket, I bought 12 quarts of fluid to do the service on that. What has not been done is the TVD service. So I will do the TVD fluid and the differential fluid, the gear oil in it. I will do that myself. The big questions on this car would be the valley plate, the front lower control arm bushings. That's really it. And the valley plate, I had it done on my orange one at 52,000 miles. It has 56,000 on it now. That one, I had my Toyota Master Tech do that, and he'll probably end up doing it on this one for me too. That's something that I'm willing to tackle that. I just don't have the time for it. And this has basically become my wife's daily driver. That was the whole intention. We have a Honda Accord that we're giving to our daughter when she starts driving. And so this would be what my wife is going to be her daily driver. And her daily commute 3 to 4 days a week is 166 miles round trip. So that is why, you know, she wanted something a little more comfortable. And we looked at some other options, a newer ES or even the electric route. And it wasn't going to work for putting that many miles on it that fast. And so we figured, you know, we already like the GS. She's driven that many times. She knows what to expect. And so this one, it ticked all the boxes. The service was up to date. It was a 200, no accident. It wasn't winter driven, even though it was from North Carolina, Tennessee, you know, Eastern Tennessee. They do get a winter up there. The owner drove it back and forth from Tennessee to Indiana. So, you know, I was a little concerned, but I had the salesman send me some photos underneath. Looks fine. There's no evidence of any significant winter driving. But the miles don't concern me as long as it was serviced, and it was. And when you trade a car in and it's already got brand new tires, brand new brakes, it's already been serviced, you know, I mean, that tells you all you need to know. And so I was very happy that we snagged this one. And as I said, it wasn't even for sale for like 30 minutes. And the salesman said he had got dozens of calls on this car that morning, and it's just, he realizes now like they probably sold it too cheap, and I agree. This car should probably be like mid to upper 30s, and you know, I was wondering if they priced it like a GS 350, but when it was for sale on Club Lexus for $34,000, that is a fair market price for this car if you knew nothing about it. If you were just going in blindly buying these cars, $34,000 was a fair price. The fact that it's got brand new tires, brand new brakes, it's all serviced, it's ready to go. It has paint protection film on it, which is, you know, I'm a big advocate for paint protection film. It ticked all the boxes. And so it is a phenomenal buy. It has no wear on the inside. 3 of the carbon fiber pieces are delaminating and they were disclosed. It has an Elvin, I think it's an Elvin Wong carbon fiber steering wheel, and it has the Autotech magnetic clicky paddles. And at one point it had an exhaust, but I guess when it was traded in, they probably swapped that out because it looks like it's back to a factory exhaust now. But yeah, so it's got a couple tasteful mods. It has a Grom Android Auto CarPlay system, and I haven't figured out how to make that work, but I'm probably gonna swap it with a Lexion, which is, I have one sitting on the shelf for this one. We're gonna do a video on that later, but yeah, so I'll get one for this one too. But yeah, I'll give you a quick walk around. So the only thing I've done is wash it. I haven't detailed it, haven't done anything else. I'm going to polish the paint. I know how to do paint correction and ceramic coating. This is our former detail shop that we did. You know, we detailed it for the last 10 or so years. We had a high-end detailing business doing paint corrections, paint protection film, ceramic coatings on Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, kind of, you know, you name it, we've done it. Spikers, all the weirdest of things that exist, you name it, we've done it. And so I'm very familiar with the process, and I will walk you guys through that in another video on how to do that. But I'll do a quick walk around video on this, and I will show you what I purchased. Okay, so as I said, this has paint protection film on it, and it's older, so it has a couple little tears in it, and it got down to the bare paint. And it looks like it was parked under a tree. So if you look really close, you can kind of see some tree sap that's embedded in it. And you can see that. So we'll remove the paint protection film and replace it. We obviously have the ability to do that. But the carbon fiber trim on the front also has paint protection film. But as is common, the grill surround is not. So it's pretty peppered, and that is what is evident that this car has 146,000 miles on it. The tires, they're not Michelin's, but they are Generals, and they have a March of 2025 production date with brand new pads and rotors all around. There is paint protection film on the lower rockers, and it also continues, and there's a piece right here, you can kind of see it. It goes there and down, covers the bottom of the bumper, as well as this piece here, the black piece. Has the factory PPF on there, which we'll remove and replace. But it definitely needs a polishing. I have my trusty old Milwaukee paint correction light, and so you'll see here. Well, it's hard to get that to show up, but there you go. You can see it's got quite a few swirls in it. Has paint protection film on the mirrors. Has door cups. And the interior, see the carbon fiber starting to delaminate right there, along with very subtle starting on there and the edges, and it's doing it starting right there too, and on the driver's door. Just barely starting, but the usual suspects. But as far as the interior goes, the leather is very soft. It's not stiff at all. Don't have any really bad bolster wear. There is a little scratch on the carbon fiber right there. And the dash, I'm gonna see if my Lexus dealer will ZLZ it. It is slightly sticky. So while this car is still under coverage for that, so again, no crazy wear on the bolster. Maybe a little bit right there. But like, it's just phenomenal condition. You can see the carbon fiber trim there. And there's a carbon fiber steering wheel with the Auto Tech pedals with 146,000 miles on it. Very impressed overall. And I have not done a valley plate inspection on it. And I may do a separate video on showing you guys how to do that. But the coolant level, it's actually slightly overfilled. So if I was looking at this car, I would think that it's probably been topped off because the valley plate's leaking. So we will find out, but that is something that I went into this fully expecting to have to do because it has not been done. And I'm being really picky, but the only other thing is the door squeaks, which is this seal here. And so I will adjust that when I have the wheels off, because you need to get to the fender liner from taking that wheel off. But that's what squeaks. So how do you think I did? $29,000. I think that's a hell of a buy, all things considered. You know, do the valley plate, lower control arm bushings, and it's ready to go for a while. I already have spark plugs and the transmission fluid and the filter and everything else that I was planning on doing for it, and it needs none of it. So it was very well taken care of, very obvious. We'll redo the paint protection film, and my wife will have a fantastic daily driver. And it, I don't know, I feel a little bit hypocritical because I would normally do a pre-purchase inspection. I did one on this one. I would have done it on this one, except I knew that the demand was going to be incredibly high for it at that price. So I took a risk on it, and it obviously paid off. So anyway, thought I'd share. That one's going to be added to the stable and plan on having that quite some time. You know, the last car we had, we kept for 13 years. This one, I hope to keep it as long as it'll go, and maybe we'll end up with one of the highest mileage ones out there. We have a long way to go because there are a couple out there with over 250,000 miles already. So we'll see if we get there. So after acquiring this car, of course, I inspected the valley plate. I did not do a pre-purchase inspection on this car. I bought it based on what I knew about the history, what I've read on the owner on Club Lexus, talking to the previous owner, and I was willing to buy it at that price, $29,000, sight unseen, because I'm willing to invest a little bit more money into it to make it reliable and bring anything else that needs to be addressed up to date. Service history, it's all done. It just needs the valley plate done. That's it. So I will get it addressed and resealed at my Toyota MasterTech independent mechanic. He's the guy that did this one at 50,000 miles, and so he's the guy that's gonna do that one at 150,000. So anyway, that is what I've got for you guys. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.